would it take to enhance your grandma or your mom and dad's quality of life as they move into their 70s and their 80s? It's a very important question. My name is Lynn Hinderocker. You're watching WowBiz TV, and I'm with Rhonda Cohen. She's with the administrator of the Willow Brook Assisted Living in York, Nebraska. Rhonda, let me ask you this. And this is a beautiful facility out here in York. You have about 30 beds or so, and expanding, as I understand. Is that right?
Correct. Right now we're a 30-bed facility, and we're moving to a 40-bed.
Outstanding. This quality of life thing, by the time people get to a certain age, everybody around them kind of assumes that you can't improve their quality of life, that there's no upside, so to speak. At your assisted living facility, tell me a little bit about that. What do you do? How can you even possibly improve their quality of life?
We look at quality of life every day for the residents that we serve, and it's important that we're there to enhance them. So we have to get to know them. We talk to them, we get to know them, what they like, what they dislike, what they've done in their past.
Yeah, so important.
It is so important. We have, an individual that was a deacon in his church, and so we have made him deacon of our church service on Sundays. And it makes him feel important, and he is the greeter, and it is something that he had done in his past that he gets to continue to do.
Well, there's such dignity and integrity in that, so you can let people just continue and maintain their identity and self-respect. What else? I'm eager to hear it, because these are kind of the inside secrets at a facility like yours that people wouldn't necessarily know about.
Right. One of the things I think of is our females. As a female, we have taken care of our family. Yeah. We have provided food for special events. And so our dietary department is a huge part of Willowbrook. Dietary. We get a lot of positive comments from our food service. We do a lot from homemade. And so our residents, Homemade
food at an assisted living facility?
Homemade food. Our mashed potatoes are homemade. We grill. We make our desserts from scratch, so we have a very fantastic dietary.
Seems unusual to me. That's not every day, right?
Every day.
Every day? Wow.
Our board members, it was very important that we have the home environment, and dietary is important for food satisfaction.
It's huge, and when people eat more because they're enjoying the food and they're enjoying the environment, the social dimension of eating, what happens, Rhonda?
Well, we find two things. One with our females is the satisfaction of bringing us that recipe that we can incorporate into our dietary menu, so they're serving their family favorites.
Sure, so it's a psychic satisfaction, basically. Sure.
And second is we experience weight gains. So
yes, that makes sense, right?
It does. So our residents move in and they haven't been able to maintain their diet.
Of course.
Because the preparation and the cleanup and the shopping for the groceries has been difficult. So we usually see that our residents will put on some weight when they move into our facility.
Isn't that nice?
It is.
Because you go see mom and she's lost 10, 20 pounds and she's looking frail and you worry about her.
You do.
I know this is a fact. So that when she gets back to her, kind of resumes a normal look. And it's a more social thing. Tell me a little bit about that. I know that you have a way to stimulate conversation while they're eating great food.
We do. We have, started a weekly newsletter that we're putting out, and we'll put Table Talk on there, so that it's something that will spark a conversation.
Now, what's Table Talk? Just some words or subjects or what?
Table Talk could be, what was your favorite holiday?
Oh.
So if it's Easter, what was your Easter plans?
Sure.
And to incorporate that table talk. And we also try to set people around people that have the same likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
That way they're able to communicate more.
And they don't feel isolated that way. They can share common things.
Correct.
That's outstanding. Congratulations for doing all of that. That really does add up to quality of life. But you said the very most important thing at the very beginning, which is we have to take the time to get to know them.
Right.
So we can kind of customize these things to reflect their preferences and so on. Talking about these special things, we don't want to skip over some of what you call, I think, continuum of care, some of the medical considerations, the professional considerations. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, York General, it was important for the York General Healthcare Services to put in the assisted living, and that way we can provide a continuity of care. So we have the assisted living, we have the skilled nursing facility, we have home health. People don't have to change their hospital and their doctors because they're living in their community.
Well, first of all, this continuum of care is an interesting phrase, but until you mentioned this, the idea about keeping your doctor, I didn't really understand it. It's kind of a medical idea. But the whole notion is that there's a broad portfolio of services, and they're all available through Willowbrook. Is that basically the idea?
Willowbrook is a portion of it, correct?
Yeah. And then you don't have to abandon your relationship with your doctor to go to Willowbrook.
Correct. You can stay in. That's what was important for our board of directors, was to have a facility where people could stay in their community.
Wow. So this is so interesting to me, and I appreciate you bringing this up. It seems like you've got a nice, professional, balanced offering, service offering, and so on, but you have some really special touches that are associated with this particular facility. Tell me one quick story here is, what does all this mean or add up to when residents or their families really see the full impact of all of this? What do they share with you? I know you get occasional notes and letters and so on.
We do. My favorite is one of our residents had told me, I thought I was coming to Willowbrook to die.
Oh, my goodness.
And I actually realized I came to Willowbrook to live.
Oh. That kind of pays off the quality of life thing that we said at the beginning of this interview. Well, Rhonda Cohen, thank you so much for explaining the behind-the-scenes secrets, what goes on right here at Willowbrook Assisted Living in York, Nebraska. Rhonda Cohen explained it. Don't come here to die, come here to live. Thanks for watching. I'm Lynn Hinderocker, and thanks for watching WowBiz TV.